will come back to the county, specifically to the county fire department. But you are correct, the vast majority is going to go actually back to Superior Court, which is the state. Yeah, so the vast majority is going back. According to state law, and this is from the district attorney's office themselves, by law, unless those fines are going for compensation towards for initial response, it goes back into the budget for the Superior Court.
Don't you think that the money should be allocated to the community that was affected by it?
Absolutely. And as you know, David, the supervisor, we passed several motions both at the Board of Supervisors level and at AQMD. Any fines realized from AQMD, from State Air Resources Board, and other investigative bodies, it needs to come back to the community. And like I said, I think those other fines that may come down the pipeline later, I think those will have a little bit more discretion on what those governing bodies, where those fines can go. I think the district attorney's office was really limited.
You know, we really need to move on. You haven't asked a question. Is it a question or a comment?
No, it's a question, very quick. The plea deal that
Yes.
was come to yesterday with SoCal Gas involves air monitoring and the people that are hiring to do it. The air monitoring that's being done, if there are leaks, blowouts, whatever, are they required through this plea deal to notify us?
No.
No, the plea deal is, I have to look, I hesitate to give you a good answer now, ma'am, because I really should read it myself a little bit more. I have read it, and it's very big on the type of monitoring that the district attorney's office is requiring, but I need to look to see what kind of notification is in there.
Let me, I'm sorry. I'm going to say these are reports from government representatives. We're not going to engage in a conversation with them. They're reporting to us what their activities are. So if you have a question for them later, please ask them later, but we need to move on. Thank you, Gary.
Thank you, everybody.
Mr. Larry Parsons, you've been patient. Mr. Larry Parsons is from the Chatsworth Chamber of Commerce. He asked me to speak last time. I couldn't put him on the agenda. I promised him he'd have 5 minutes on the agenda today, speaking on behalf of the chamber. So please go ahead.
First of all, I want to thank all of you for allowing me to be here. It's something that all of us, both homeowners and business owners, have been enduring. And I just wanted to, as a member of the board of the Chatsworth Chamber, I want to address you as the local business owners, that we missed you, and we're happy to have you back, and we look forward to seeing you in our local stores. While on this issue, a lot of questions have been coming up to business owners, and we as a board took it upon ourselves to poll the business owners of the area to see what effects this Porter Ranch gas leak had on the individual businesses, and to also differentiate how the businesses are being, I guess, essentially treated, or how we have to respond to the gas company versus the homeowners. And this might be redundant for some of you, but for a lot of people who are coming into businesses, these questions were repeatedly asked, so please indulge me. Unlike homeowners who received monthly compensation for evacuating your homes, even though the businesses stayed and we stayed open, the gas company did say they would compensate us. They provided the businesses nothing. And business owners, in conjunction with that, instead of entering into class action lawsuits, I guess there's 14,000 right now, each individual business has to file their own individual lawsuit against the gas company. So that's a differentiation that we want to clarify for you and help you understand. So the gas company has given us no compensation. We have to sue them if we want to receive any compensation as individual business owners. The only thing they did for us is, for those who requested it, they did reimburse business owners who requested an air purifier to be placed in their business. So they did do that. In my particular case, they did do it. And took them weeks to get a reimbursement check, but I was able to put in a purifier just as a personal point. So what we're saying to you is, the other thing we did is we pulled all the businesses. We said, as a percentage of your business, how much was your business affected by the Porter Ranch gas leak? Unanimously, in all the businesses that we polled in our membership, the range was 50% to 2/3 business reduction. So let me repeat that. It was a 50% to 2/3 business reduction. And this started immediately with the gas leak. And the recovery for some businesses has only been recent to pre-gas leak levels. So what we're saying to you as the local businesses who stayed open, we never closed. We even had reports, people asking us, says, why didn't you just close your doors and wait it out? Well, the landlords, they still want their check. What we're saying to you is, what we're asking for is, we're just saying as a Porter Ranch neighborhood council, that we stayed. We know you left, many have stayed, some left, but we stayed and we missed you, we missed your business. We can't recover that, but we would all welcome you to take it as upon yourself to visit and do your business with the local businesses that stayed open and stayed through this thing, because we lived in this community and we worked in this community, and we're part of it too, so we're in it together. And we are very cognizant of what everyone went through. We heard stories as owners every day for those people that did continue to visit us. And we appreciate those who continue to participate, and we just want to thank you for that and tell you that, again, we welcome you back, and it did affect all of us. I've shared with you the numbers, and we can't recover that. We're all doing what we have to do, but we want to thank you for that. And on a positive note, the Chamber is sponsoring its 5th annual Family Festival on the 25th at Mason Park. And it's free. There are some, obviously when you go to these things, there's things that are free, there's things that cost, but you can at least get into the event for free. It's from 11 to 5. And in years past, the neighborhood councils actually had their own booth. I asked today, I don't want to put people on the spot, but I was told you didn't have a booth this year. I would ask you if you'd consider, even at this late hour, possibly getting a booth. And that way you can also engage all the other people in the community about these same issues, and it would be a very positive thing. So thank you for your time, and thank you for all that you've been through. Not to thank you that what you've been through, but thank you for fighting this fight, and we appreciate all that you're doing. And just remind you, as business owners, we're all in this together with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. I have colored many a coffee mug at your store.
Oh, thank you.
And so I hope people will.
The one here in Puerto Rico?
Yes, I'm being very special. I was told I'm not promoting my own business, yes.
And I didn't mention it, so.
I know. My wife and I are the owners of the Color Me Mine down in the shop.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you again. Yes.
I'd
Yeah.
just like to say, last year, one of the things that was trying to get the message out was to support the businesses in Porter Ranch.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people moved out and couldn't, and I'm not sure if we're allowed to do this or not. It's something that we should look maybe for next meeting. But for us to do something on our website to promote all the businesses in Porter Ranch, because we don't want to see empty spaces,
Yeah.
and we want to support you, and I just think people need to know it's okay to go, and maybe we can enhance some of this.
Anything you could do as a committee to help alert the community that we were here, we stayed, and really support your local business would be appreciated.
Yeah, there's no doubt that we can do that. We will certainly post the family festival on our website, and we'll promote it both on our Facebook page and on our website as much as we can.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you. And whatever we can do on the booth, I don't know what procedure we need to do it, but we'll try to figure out how to get it done.
Yeah, if you can call the office at the Chatsworth
But
Chamber
it's,
tomorrow, Lisa, I'm sure you can find some
It's
space.
a board decision. We'll
If you
shoot for that.
Thank you so much. Thank you again.
All right. I'm going to move the break. No, I'm sorry. There are people waiting, so let's have the public comment and then have the break. So, item 9 is general public comment. These are comments from the public on non-agenda items within the board's jurisdiction. So please, if you have something you'd like to tell us about, something you'd like to announce, something you'd like to ask, or comment to the board, please bring it up now. Who would like to make comment? Public comment? Oh, sorry. Whoa.
Can I make a quick comment? Can I just say one quick thing?
Let me respect the process. Go through the cards first. Glenn Bailey, please. And you understand our time limitations, so please, if we can do it in 2 minutes.
I'm only going to speak on one topic tonight.
Thank you.
So, Glenn Bailey, I'm here on behalf of the Congress of Neighborhoods Planning Committee. I'm here particularly, well, I came actually to hear the presentation regarding from the Air Quality District, but because so many of the board members are new,
Excuse me, just a minute. Can you please guys, excuse me? Can you take it outside, please?
actually, you know,
Please.
I really would like to have Becky and Sherry and Susan hear this. Susan is hearing this, yes. Okay.
Okay.
So because so many of the board members are new, I wanted to make a point. So first of all, if you could pass these little bookmarks on. I hope I have enough for everyone. Okay, well, I just want to make sure everyone got one. So the Congress of Neighborhoods is an annual event for and by neighborhood council leaders from throughout the city. Every year we get together and we, 96 neighborhood councils, we generally have 750 to 800 neighborhood council leaders. This year it'll be on September 24th at City Hall. It is an all-day event. We have not only our general sessions in city council chambers with the citywide elected officials. The keynote will be by Council President Wesson, the person who got us the extra $5,000 last year. And it'll be closed out by Mayor Garcetti at the end. And in between there, we will have 4 different sessions with 10 workshops each, covering the whole gamut of topics. And my plea to you today is twofold. How many of you have registered already for the Congress? Okay, so 3. So my goal is to get it to be 100% if you're in town and can be there. That's my goal. So on the bookmark I passed out, if you need more, I guess Sherry has more, is the website to go to register. And this is open to stakeholders as well. If you'd like to go, check it out. But we are over 400 in registration so far. We do ask you to select your 4 different workshops that you want to attend. We'd ask that you send enough board members so that you could attend various workshops and have the coverage. My time's up, but I want to make one final plea. This event, because we have to pay for City Hall security, the breakfast and lunch, we do depend on donations from neighborhood councils. I realize this council has been through a lot, but I wanted to just put in your list of to-do items to consider contributing. It's too late for this year's Congress, but you could do it during this fiscal year. It's in the same account that we control, we meaning the neighborhood council folks, for the Congress. And I'm going to leave this form, which is the donation form, with your treasurer. Treasurer, okay. That's right, you have 2 treasurers, right? So, please, if you see that you might have a little bit of extra money to help out. The average amount, if every neighborhood council gave $500, that would cover the cost for the Congress. Unfortunately, not all neighborhood councils do. Some give $1,000, so keep that in mind. Anyway, hope to all see you down there on the 24th.
When you say all day, when do you have an rough end?
Well, the official end time is 4:30. That's when the mayor will be wrapping up and saying, his spiel to us. And he always gives us some very specific things that he's a takeaway for neighborhood councils to work on. But after 4:30, the Neighborhood Council Sustainability Alliance is having a post-Congress mixer that you're all invited to a block away at Pitfire Pizza. And they'll be providing hors d'oeuvres. You buy your own drinks, so the day can go on after 4:30.
Happy hour. All right.
Actually, it's going to be for 2.5 hours.
Matt?
Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. Matt?
Stepped out.
Stepped out. Alex? Ms. Angie?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Alex Nagy. I'm the senior organizer with Food and Water Watch. Most of you know me by now. Basically, what I'm doing is going around to neighborhood councils in CD12. As you all know, SoCalGas is rushing to reopen this facility, and the evidence is out. We know we don't actually need the Aliso Canyon storage facility to meet energy demand. We got through the summer without it. Not one day of blackout or hour of blackout was seen as a result of Aliso Canyon being closed. And we don't need it for winter energy reliability. A report just came out by the state a couple weeks ago that says we are fine. We're going to be able to hit our demand without Aliso Canyon, with putting mitigation measures in place. We commissioned a report by Bill Powers, who is an engineer, expert in this field, to also analyze the state's report, and he came to the same conclusion, which was a big step up from the last report that the state put out, which they let SoCalGas write 14 days of blackout. So, given the severity of the situation, that people are still getting extremely sick, that the facility is constantly leaking, I'm asking this board to consider writing this letter. Which basically is a letter to Governor Brown that supports the permanent shutdown of Aliso Canyon. As I'm talking to other neighborhood councils, I'm actually getting a lot of positive feedback. I was just at Northridge West last night. We are going to Northridge East next week, and North Hills West. All of these neighborhood councils have had very positive feedback, and I think it would go a long way for the Porter Ranch Neighborhood Council to take the lead on this issue in CD12. And yeah, the time is of the essence. We really need to basically get all the neighborhood councils on board. We're also going into a meeting with the mayor's office tomorrow to continue to push him and talk with him about why he needs to come out and support. We're hoping to get a meeting with Councilmember Englander coming up. We would like to meet with Antonovich and Senator Fran Powley. All of these people need to come out and support now, and with you doing that first, it will really take us there. So thank you very much.
Matt? 2 minutes, please.
So regarding, this is and isn't on the agenda for later, the funding motions from the past board that weren't paid, the State Porter Ranch one is not in that list. I just request that you look at that one in the future as well, our grant that was passed. We haven't heard anything since that day. So have a look at that, thank you.
And Mr. Prakovich?
Richard Bradkovich. I was just wondering about the study to determine the cause of the SS-25 leak. Has that been completed? Has anybody heard anything about that? It appeared to me that's very important. It's been 7 months. I would contend that this investigation is not rocket science. We're talking about a few pipes. Compared to an aircraft crash investigation. And has anybody heard anything about it? And I would say that we should demand the results of the study before anything is done up there in Aliso Canyon. Anybody know anything?
I don't want to get into a discussion, but I can tell you that I have not heard anything. This is a criminal investigation, which means nothing will be disclosed until the final criminal investigation is concluded. That's what I expect to happen.
Let's push them.
Thank you. That's all I have on the public comment. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Actually, I thought that I had a piece of paper that
That's okay.
went its way. I'm Judith Daniels, representing the Valley Alliance of Neighborhood Councils from the Executive Board. Susan and Sherry have been at our latest meetings, and Mel and Becky in the past. On November the 10th, we are hosting our very popular planning forum that's open to all board members and committee members. It's everything on planning from basic planning 101 up into more advanced topics. The panel discussion that this year is on the Neighborhood Integrity Initiative, and then breakout sessions on other topics. We will be sending specific information to you and anybody else who regularly gets the bank announcements. It's at CBS Studios on Thursday, November the 10th. It's an event that you do have to RSVP to because we have limited space in CBS Studios. In Studio City requires people to have their names on a list to get into the parking structure. And everybody's invited. I hope that that a bunch of you will come and learn some things about planning.
Thank you.
Thursday, November 10th.
Thank you.
It starts at 5:30, goes until about 9 o'clock, and we provide hors d'oeuvres and a good evening of education.
And raffles bar.
Yeah, cash bar.
I'm sorry, is there an invite that's going to come out, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it will be sent in. I'll make sure that Sherry and Susan definitely will have copies to send to everybody else.
Thank you.
We also usually send it to
Okay.
Wendy, I think.
Thanks. Go ahead.
I just want to mention Friday, there's a very important motion at City Council that's going about the 100% renewable for DWP. This is something that I met with Susan and Lane and other community members, and we talked about getting DWP on board for 100% renewable. If you can, come Friday to City Council to give comment.
What time?
9:30.
It's on the agenda, so it's whenever it comes up on agenda. I just want to mention that.
Okay, thank you. All right, guys, let us have just a 5-minute break. It is 8:15. We're going to start talking at 8:20.